welcome to A Dose of Breality. Today is Wednesday, so that makes it Wisdom Wednesday. Yeah, I'm pre-filming this, but it's still going up on Wednesday, so y'all know. Just bear with me on this. I got some inspiration from some other YouTubers that have done videos similar to this. I know Jenna has done a video similar to this. I saw a man, John, I believe his last name is Kukian. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Very interesting British, I believe, man. Seems very cool. But they both have done videos that were things that they thought when they were children. I'm sure other YouTubers have done it as well. I decided, because I was a very precocious little child, that I was going to go ahead and do this video also. So without any further ado, let's just jump in to stories about little Bree. So when I was like 3 or so, I used to believe, now let's just take some time here. My mom used to work at a pet store. So they had lots of animals at this pet store. And I went in one day with her and they were holding kittens on their backs, and I said, "What you doing?" And anyone that knows me to this day knows that's a question I ask frequently because I'm that person. "What you doing?" And they said, "We're trying to tell if the kittens are boys or girls." And in my 3-year-old mind, I go, "You can tell by the bottoms of their feet." Without skipping a beat, my mom goes, "Yup." It took me a really long time. And I went home and I looked at our cat's feet to try to figure out like what footprint a female cat made versus what footprint a boy cat made. And like, I just couldn't figure it out in my head. Yeah, I don't even remember what age I was until I realized that that is not what area of the body they were looking at. But 3-year-old little Bree thought you were looking at the cat's feet to tell if it was a boy cat or a girl cat. So there's that one. Also, from the ages of like 3 until like 7, my dad had the wool pulled over my eyes pretty successfully. My family, whenever we would go on longer car trips, my dad would pack a cooler with like bottles of water. My mom's a fan of iced tea, so we'd get like bottles of iced tea, cans of soda, and just so that we wouldn't have to stop at like a gas station or anything if anybody got thirsty, we could just pull out like a bottle of water and we'd be good to go. We wouldn't have to stop, get to our destination a whole lot faster. All is right with the world. My dad though had me convinced from the ages of 3 to like 7 that my kneecap could produce cans of soda. And I know that sounds absolutely insane, but I always sat right behind the passenger seat of the car and he would reach behind him and like grab a can of soda out of my knee. And to this day, I don't know, like I could have possibly, I was an intelligent child, but I mean, it was always dark when he did it. He very well could have just handed it to himself, but I'm pretty positive he was just like sticking it in his sleeve from the front seat and then it would slide out his sleeve. But I am still to this day not sold on how he did this. And my mom doesn't know for 100% fact either. So, you know, kudos to you, Dad, for like pulling the wool over my eyes for all of these years. But I figured it out when I was about 7 that clearly my kneecap was not producing soda cans. But that like screwed me up mentally for a little while there. Yeah, I thought my kneecap could produce soda. It was, like I said, I was an intelligent child, but I was also very gullible. Very, very gullible. I had to ask my mom for some interesting ones, and she sent me a paragraph. So when we would be driving in the car, and this was also when I was very, very young, and we would see red lights in the sky. So anything to do with like radio towers or anything like that, I would say, "Look, it's Rudolph." And one day there was a radio tower and it had like 4 red lights on it. And I said, "Mom, how are there 4 Rudolphs?" And I still didn't get it. Still didn't understand that it wasn't Rudolph. Yeah, so that's that. There was, again, about the age of like 3, a lot of these things happened when I was 3 because, I don't know, they just did. So about the age of 3, Christmas, I asked my parents, I was always told I had to stay in my room and I could not get up and go out to the Christmas tree to see what Santa had brought. And I asked, I said, well, why do I have to wait? And they said, because we want to see your face. And I said, well, I mean, I can already tell you my face is going to look like, it's going to look like this. I didn't understand that that they just wanted to be there so they could see me open the gifts. I thought it had something to do with, yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I thought I could show them what my face was going to look like beforehand and then still be able to get up in the morning. Didn't work. My dad always got up at like 4:30 in the morning anyway, so I could never beat him out there. It didn't really matter. Then there was one time when it snowed outside, and I was really young for this one too. They didn't tell me an age, but I was really young for this one. And we went outside and I was walking in the snow and it was crunching, and I told my mom that my feet were grumbling because they didn't like the snow. Then there was the time my grandmother bought me new shoes. My grandmother bought me new shoes, and I was wearing them and they were squeaking, and I was like, why are my new shoes squeaking? I remember this, and I don't remember how old I was, but I know I think I was going into kindergarten, so I think I was about 5, and she said, oh, they're squeaking because we paid for them. So for the longest time, I thought that if my new shoes didn't squeak, that meant we didn't pay for them. So, yeah, that was a good one too. And then I wanted to be like my dad for the longest time. And I was always a very possessive kind of child. Not like possessive in like, this is my toy, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. But like, I was a daddy's girl, and like nobody was coming between me and my dad. And that's just how it was. So my dad used to call me Big Buddy. And in my warped little 3-year-old, 4-year-old mind, if he called me Little Buddy, that meant he didn't love me as much as he loved me before, because before he called me Big Buddy. So that meant he loved me more when he called me Big Buddy than when he called me Little Buddy. And he always called my mom Little Buddy. But that in my head never meant that he loved my mom less than he loved me. I don't understand that part. But I was okay with him calling my mom Big Buddy on her birthday. So that was the only time that my dad could call my mom Big Buddy, and I was okay with being called Little Buddy because I knew that it was acceptable and that he didn't love me any less that day, because he should love my mom extra special that day. Those were the thoughts that went through my head when I was a very small child. And I remember that, and I remember crying, horribly crying the one day that was not my mom's birthday that he called me Little Buddy, and I just was not having it. I was not having it, so it was Big Buddy from there on out, and I remember that so much. And when I talked to my mom about it this afternoon, she laughed because she remembered it too. Yeah, so that's all I can really remember right now about the things that I thought when I was a small child. Like I said, most of them go way back to when I was like 3. For some reason, I thought a lot of strange things when I was 3 years old. So that's what I've got for you guys. If I come up with any more, I might make a part 2 if you guys like this video. So if you guys did like this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, never miss a dose of reality ever again. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am Bree51687, and I would love to interact with you in those ways. Don't forget the Dose of Reality Facebook page for some more fun. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm a little bit sick right now. Gosh. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing, and I will be back with another video for you guys on Friday. Sounds so weird to say that because I'm filming this on Sunday. Alright guys, thanks. Bye.